Hello, welcome to another episode of the G.I. Joe New News Review. If you like this content, please like, share, and click the subscribe button to see upcoming notifications for new videos. So we have a lot to go over in this video. I am David Allen, and thank you for tuning in and watching. So it is really one of the best times to be a toy collector, toy fan, toy enthusiast, fan of all this fun stuff that we liked as a child. First, I want to also mention that I have my Full Circle Toys t-shirt on. So if you have an opportunity and you're in the Georgia area, go to Full Circle Toys in Noonan, Georgia. Kelly and Richard Mix are the proprietors of Full Circle Toys. They just moved to a new location, but they're probably one of the best vintage collectible stores I've ever gone to, and they are really, really cool and friendly and outgoing people, and their knowledge about this stuff is great. They're also very knowledgeable about video games as well. They're at Full Circle Toys. So if you have a chance, go to Full Circle Toys in Noonan, Georgia. Um, so I'm going to get a few things out of the way first before we get into my topic for this episode. I wanted to say happy Easter to everybody. This video is coming after Easter, but I just wanted to say I hope everybody had a blessed and wonderful Easter weekend. So I want to also say we give our condolences to a friend of our channel, a friend of our show. Diana Davis has lost her father. I would like to give my condolences to Diana Davis. He's been fighting a uphill battle for a while now, and we are very sad to see him go. And our condolences are with Diana in this time that she's dealing with this situation. So I wish you the best, Diana. And if you need anything, just reach out and I'd be glad to help you out. Another situation that's been going on is a friend of our channel, Jamie Sullivan, has been dealing with a situation with his foot where he might have to have his foot amputated. So he's had a GoFundMe, and it's progressively getting better and better each day. But if you have an opportunity and you can help Jamie Sullivan, he was a G.I. Joe artist. He did a ton of cool covers and posters. He's got a subscription art service. He does a lot of conventions. So if you don't know who Jamie Sullivan is, he's a big member of the G.I. Joe community and professional in the G.I. Joe world. He worked for IDW and so on, and he's done some Robotech as well. Please go to his GoFundMe and try to help if you can. Whatever you can do to help would be beneficial. So it's the Jamie Sullivan GoFundMe. And then the Transformers Skybound Kickstarter has been going like gangbusters. There are already 12 stretch goals in, and it is going really, really good. And it looks like it's already surpassed G.I. Joe, I think, the Skybound compendiums for G.I. Joe. So congratulations to Skybound and all the Transformers fans out there. It looks like you guys are going to have a really, really cool project. And then the total, I think it's the total, no, it's the toy book Kickstarter, the G.I. Joe expansion. Their Kickstarter has been funded, and that is on the way. And I want to say congratulations to the toy book, G.I. Joe toy book expansion. And I look forward to getting one of those, and I will do a review of that when I get it. So congratulations to that team for that Kickstarter. So then another book, I finally got this in the mail, and I wanted to just shout out my friends, another friends of the channel, Josh Eggebine and Roger Taft. their latest checklist book, the unofficial G.I. Joe and Transformers comic checklist crossover from After Action Report. And I had a bit of a hand in this as an editor, and so I'm a little biased on that. But it comes with this cool poster of the cover. Thank you. And it's really good. I think they did a really good job. There's a lot of articles about different parts of the comic book world and some really cool interviews with different professionals and stuff like that. And so it's a really good book if you want to know all about G.I. Joe and Transformers and every aspect of that. This is a really good book. After Action Report does a really good job and does a really in-depth a view of the comic industry with these books. They've done 3 regular G.I. Joe books. They've done the character profile command files with Greg Augustin, and they did the Snake Eyes 21 deep dive, which is an incredible book. So they're really doing a good job with all these books. So if you have an opportunity, go to After Action Report, their Facebook page, or reach out to Roger Taft or Josh Eggebine on socials, and I'm sure they can get you this latest book. Especially with the Transformers Compendium coming out, this is going to be a really good extra thing that you could get to be a companion to that. So then, after that, now we're on to our main topic. So you're going to see behind me a few interesting things. So I got my latest prized possession, and it is Marvel Legends ROM action figure, 6-inch action figure. And it is absolutely glorious. It is such a phenomenal figure. It is exactly like he is in the comics. Exactly. It's like the perfect figure. And there's ROM number 1. And there's his figure. So I wanted to do a little bit of a deep dive into ROM. Obviously, you see here that ROM started with Marvel Comics in the late 70s, but ROM was a toy line, I believe it was through Galoob. I made the mistake of saying it was a different company, but I think it's Galoob that made the ROM toy line. Now this is the vintage ROM from the 1970, I think it was 78 that came out. I do not have the laser gun, but he still works. He still makes the noise. It's more like a noise, but it still makes noise. And this is the vintage ROM, and it is one of my prized possessions. I love ROM. I think it's such a cool character. ROM the Space Knight. So then they came out with this set. And I've been showing this set recently a lot lately. But IDW did the Revolutions crossover, and it included ROM. He was a primary character in this crossover. And they also had Dire Wraiths. So let's put that back there. So when IDW got the license to ROM, they had a really good series, very well done art, very good writing and stuff like that. It was Ryle, Cage, and Messina that did this. And I believe it was Sal Buscema that did the vintage ROM series. I'm going to check just to make sure. Let's see. Bill Mantlo was the writer, and Sal Buscema was the artist, just like I thought. So Bill Mantlo, that's another creator that's having a lot of health issues and stuff like that. And he's been doing stuff to try to get his medical bills and stuff paid, Bill Mantlo. So if you have a chance to check out his socials and maybe go out there and help him as well. Heroes Initiative, I think, was helping him, which Heroes Initiative is a comic book um, charitable organization that helps creators, writers, artists, people that work in the comic industry help pay for their medical bills. So if you ever see Heroes Initiative at a comic convention, please contribute to Heroes Initiative to help them with these creators and so on, because they sometimes the industry is uh, unfair towards them. So there you go. So if you go to Heroes Initiative and help support them so they can help creators that have medical problems. So there you go. Bill Mantlo. Um, so now we have Marvel Legends 6-inch. So the one that came with the Revolution box set, that was 4-inch. And obviously the one from Galoob, I believe it's Galoob, was 12-inch. And so now we have 12, 6, and 4-inch. And so this one is absolutely beautiful. Look at the backpack. It's got like a secondary that's almost like attached to the chest. If you kind of can see that, this secondary, it's like movable, but it's like kind of um, attached as well. And if you look at this, it's adjustable. And so he has that ab crunch, but it's not that bad. It's like right where you would want that to be. It's like a little part of the costume, part of the armor. So there, it looks natural for him. It doesn't look like it's out of place. He's also got his laser gun, and it has a cool laser effect blast that comes with it as well. And that laser blast effect comes off, and you can put it on this other laser gun. He has two laser guns. Two laser guns with only one blast effect. So they skipped on the blast effects, but they gave him two blasters, and his head is exactly like it is in the comics, and the and it moves up and down and swivels. It looks really good. Um, the paint job is absolutely impeccable. This beautiful silver paint is really, really, really nice. It almost looks like I would have liked this to have been done for the Silverhawks from Super 7 a little bit. He's got those cool pointy armor feet, and he's got those cool 70s style like disco pants type designs there, which is really funny that they kept with the original design from the 70s. It's really fun. So because of the fact that he has these two ab crunches, his waist does not swivel, because this is armor, so his waist does not swivel. But because of the ab crunch, he does kind of rock a little bit, and he goes forward a little bit. So there is some maneuverability there, and there's no leg swivel in the thigh that you see with a lot of the classified figures. There's no swivel there. The arms do have the double jointed elbows, and the shoulders do go up and down, and they have that rocker on there and stuff like that. So he has quite a lot of maneuverability, and the hands, they rotate back and forth, both hands. So it's probably the same articulation on both sides on all the arms and legs. And he has the leg rocker, which is my favorite one because it helps these figures stand better. And he stands really cool. He looks very imposing. So one of the cool things is it's got the red eyes. So it looks just like he's from the comics with those red eyes. I don't know if you can see it in my light here. See that red eyes there? So he has that. He's got a little bit of red deco on the armor there, and in the back for like the thrusters on his backpack. But this is, I would say, the perfect ROM, other than the fact that he only has one blast effect. So I guess he can only use one gun at a time. He also comes with 2 extra hands. I switched out one of the hands for a gripping hand, but he has the hand that has in one of the comic covers, he's always flying like this, and so you have this hand, this extra hand that's like a flying hand, like there, and then he has a fist hand, so he can punch people there. And then this wave of figures is the comic book pack wave of figures. So of course he's going to come with his miniature comic that matches his traditional comic. It's identical. Little miniature version of that. So that was the theme for this wave of figures, is to do all these little miniature comics. And so this is the package, and it shows the wave of figures, and it gives a little bit of a bio here for Rom on the back. Now this is in 5 different languages, and it'll say on here comic accessories, and then it'll say like 5 languages there. But it also has a little bio, and it's all in 5 languages as well. It says, in ROM number 1, the Space Knight ROM tracks the vile, dire wraiths across the cosmos, arriving on Earth to continue his pledge to defeat them. So there you go. And then the rest is in different languages. So that's a little bio of the first issue of ROM. I like this package. It looks really cool. Because I love ROM so much, I had to have an open one, and I had to have a sealed one. So I got 2. And then, so it is one of the funnest, coolest things I have gotten in a long, long time. And it made me really want to do this video and talk about ROM. Not only ROM, but the time that we are living in right now. It is like a fantasy time for collectors of this stuff, because not only are we getting Rom, the Space Knight, in Marvel Legends as a 6-inch, highly articulated, detailed figure, we've been getting the Micronauts from Super 7 in O-ring style. Beautiful Baron Karza and Biotron that are awesome, right? We've gotten also Gem. You can see her back there. Gem and the Holograms. New dolls from Loyal Subjects. And we have Mask, almost vintage scale Masks, a whole wave of toys from them coming out. We are in a renaissance of 80s toy nostalgia, and I absolutely love it. I think it's phenomenal. Looking forward to the Big Bad Toy Store Cops line. I'm looking forward to all this stuff that's coming out from a lot of these independent companies. There's also another mask line. I think it's a O-ring type mask style line. And so this is a period, a renaissance of 80s nostalgia that I haven't seen since, I would say, maybe since 2000s, when Devil's Due brought G.I. Joe back. We got all kinds of nostalgia, new comic series with Masters of the Universe from CrossGen, Transformers from Dreamwave, Thundercats from Wildstorm, Gatchaman from Image Comics. All those cool comics came back in the 2000s, and that nostalgia kicked off a whole time frame of awesome comics and toys as well. And obviously IDW and Hasbro tried to do that with the IDW Revolution box set with all these properties, because it included, obviously, let's open this up. It includes Skyfire, Matt Tracker, Leoric. It has Micronauts. It has Rom. Diary. It has Action Man, and so on and so forth. So there was a lot of stuff. They tried to do that again in around 2016, 17. It didn't quite go over the way it was. Oh, and there's my guy right there, Baron Karza on the back, and the Micronauts and the Diораtes and stuff. It's man. Um, so I think it's a wonderful time to be a collector. Wonderful time to be into comics and toys and all this stuff. And I hope this helps fans out there who are watching learn about Rom. He's a really cool property. He went for about 80 issues or so from Marvel, from like 70, I think 79 to around 88. So he went for about 8 or 9 years. He had a couple annuals, and he was in the Marvel universe. So he had Marvel characters in his title. He appeared in other Marvel titles. So he was embedded into the Marvel universe. If you have an opportunity, you should try to get the omnibuses of Rom from Marvel Comics. They're also doing epic editions of Rom, so you can collect all the Rom comics in nice, beautiful, crisp color and beautiful paper quality from Marvel right now. Both Micronauts and Rom are being reprinted through Marvel at the moment. Just check your local LCS or Amazon for those items. But they're beautiful. I have all the vintage ones, so I didn't get the trades, but I think it's fantastic that they're doing that. So I look forward to see what happens with Rom and Mask and Gem and the Micronauts. With Skybound doing a universe with G.I. Joe, Transformers, and if you've been watching my comic book reviews, you know that Mask is coming as well with that. So maybe we will get all these properties: Visionaries, Cops, Inhumanoids. It would be so incredible. Action Man, to incorporate all these properties into one cohesive universe under Skybound. It would just be fantastic. The way that they're doing those comics right now, it's the best comics that you could be reading um, as a fan of all this stuff. They're doing such a great job. So go out, go support Skybound. They have Void Rivals, which is the glue, and then Transformers, G.I. Joe, Larry Hama's A Real American Hero. G.I. Joe is continuing. So you have four opportunities to try different adventures and different things with Skybound at the moment, and possibly Mask in the future. So I want to say thank you for everybody who are tuning in to watch these videos live and after the fact. I appreciate it very much. If you have any questions, or if you have anything you would like to comment on, please do in the comments below. I do this stuff for the love, and I do it for the fun of toy collecting, comic book collecting, and I love talking about it, and I enjoy all this stuff. It brings me back to my childhood. So that is why I'm doing all these things, and I hope you enjoy all this stuff. So instead of my normal comments, I'm going to say Rom. See you next time.